Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Thursday. It is a baby Friday. All right, guys. Happy Thursday. It is February the 26th. We are getting closer to the end of this month. Okay, guys. Listen, I know I've been saying this over and over again, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait for spring to come. You guys do not understand, okay? Being able to go outside, being able to go for walks, just being able to be out and about, okay? Now, some of you may resonate with this, especially if you live in like North America, and depending on like what state or province or city you live in, there's like the weather is just like weathering. Okay. Now, I did mention that there could have been like one last snowstorm that we had to go through in order for us to cleanse and move forward. Okay. Now, this energy that's being cleansed out is talking about past energy that no longer serves us, and being able to receive clarity on how we should move forward when it comes to the astrological year end and the new year. Okay, so spring is significant, growth is significant, healing is significant. The colors green when it comes to abundance and growth and all that good stuff is significant, but being in nature is also significant. So there is something about simplicity, going back to, things that used to be, or when it comes to like community farmers and things like that, supporting your local farmers or whatever the case is. But there is something about community and getting back to the basics that is very significant. Okay, so let's jump into it and see what you guys might need to know when it comes to angel guide messages. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time when it comes to them receiving angel guide messages, or just messages in general from the universe or their spirit team? What do they need to know at this time? Am I upside down? No, I'm not up. I thought my cards were upside down, but nope. So Spirit, what does the collective need to know for Thursday, February 26th? What can you tell them at this time? Okay. What can you tell the collective at this time, please? What do they need to know when it comes to the energy? Oh, thank you. All right, so sacred plan. Okay, this has been coming up a lot in the energy as of recently. Some of you guys, angel number 234 that I just saw on the timer could be significant, but there's something about a sacred plan. Now, this could be about partnerships, creativity, and stability. Take what resonates with that. But again, you guys could have a sacred plan at this time. There's something about, whatever the sacred plan is, it could be you executing that plan, meaning taking action, or there's something about you guys writing things down and journaling or manifesting in that sense, and then also seeing that come into fruition as well. But sacred plans are very significant at this time. Yeah, transformation also wanted to show up. So there's something about a sacred plan that you may have. This could be going through a transformation at this time, or some of you guys could be going through transformation when it comes to your energy at this moment. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time? What else do they need to know? Yeah, signs and reminders. So there is something about you guys getting signs and synchronicities about your growth, about transformation. Now, butterflies could be significant, feathers, birds. Maybe you guys see two birds flying together when it comes to like twin flame energy or partnerships. Or there's something about you guys going through this transformation when it comes to receiving clarity of the signs and synchronicities that you guys are getting when it comes to you guys being on your journey. So there's something about someone paying attention, okay, when it comes to the signs that they're receiving, or there's something about reminders to help you stay on your path for those who may feel like, they're not on the right path, or maybe they're just in a weird place of stagnation. It's okay, right? Things may not happen right away. Things may not happen overnight, but this is the whole part of the progress when it comes to having patience in, what you're building, or seeing, success from the ground up, okay? So friendships could be very significant in union. Okay, there could be someone in your energy that you guys could be coming into union with. Okay, or this could be about community when it comes to meeting new friendships or meeting new unions with people that are just like you when it comes to your compassion. Okay, so heart chakra energy is very significant where, you guys could be meeting people similar to you, or there's something about your plans when it comes to, you know, compassion and transformation, you know, it's showing up in the energy. But you guys could be meeting someone similar to you when it comes to like how you think, how you show up with compassion, love, and how you show up in general when it comes to giving back to your community and things like that. Okay, you guys could be meeting people that are just like you. Okay, so, and when I mean people like you, I mean people who like things like this, like readings, you know, doing rituals, doing sound bowls, healing, shamanism, Reiki healing, that kind of stuff. Anyone who's into healing, like, I don't mean in the medical field, but like in the holistic field, okay? And that's another thing too. Some people feel like, and this could be you too who feels like this, but this could be someone else outside of the collective's energy. Some people feel like them going to school and finishing school and doing certain things is what's going to help them be able to get far in life, which is true, right? You know, that is very true, right? But not everybody is the same, and that does not work for everybody. Like, you can still go to school and put all that time and energy and still get like your master's and still end up like being, you know, working at Burger King or something like that, right? So sometimes even when you have an education, it may not put you in a place that you want to be in. And that could be something where, you know, people may be starting to open up their eyes and realize that maybe this is not for me. I'm somebody who is very compassionate, or I'm somebody who likes to see someone grow or people grow. And that's very hard to come by nowadays. So yeah, when it comes to like you guys stepping into like this unionship with other people and coming together with people who have compassion, that is very significant at this time. Okay. Yeah, we have spiritual growth. So some of you guys could be going through some type of spiritual growth. For some of you, there is something about spiritual growth where you guys could be helping people, you know, show compassion on their growth, whether this is compassion to themselves or just compassion in general. But yeah, there's something about your energy when it comes to you guys going through some type of spiritual growth on your journey. Okay. Yeah, power and intention. So again, the power and intention that you have behind what it is that you do, it's showing up as someone who's very, I want to say ease and grace for some reason, but there is something about also with your energy. It's very powerful, but it's also graceful at the same time. Or there's something about quiet confidence as well that could be significant. But again, power and intention could be very significant about how you show up. So even if you have a lot of power, you know how to use that power with your intentions. Like, you're not abusing your power. You're not using it to manipulate. You're not using it to bring fear. You're not using it for, you know, those things. And there is something about people who use their gifts, right? Like, some people may use their gifts for good, okay? And some people may use their gifts for, you know, fear mongering, like to make people feel fearful, right? And when I say feel fearful, I mean in a sense of like, I don't know, you ever see like those commercials where, you know, they're like, if you're suffering from heartburn or this and this and this, and like all these list of like different, you know, diseases, they're like, call this number now. It's like, am I? Like, you start to wonder, like, am I going through heart disease, or am I ill? And then you call the number. Okay, that's what it feels like with some people's energy, where you guys could be seeing a lot of things where a lot of things are coming from fear or trying to fear monger the collective, and you guys are opening up your eyes and seeing things like for what it is, right? Now, again, with your power and intention, there's something about how you show up and the intentions that you show up with, okay? Expect miracles could be very significant. Okay, yeah, romance and connection also wanted to show up. So when it comes to your power and intention, you guys could be expecting miracles, okay, when it comes to romance and connection. Now, romance and connection doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, okay? This could be just you connecting with people from a loving, compassionate, romantic sense, meaning that you can love people from all walks of life, whether you're in a relationship or not. And again, it sounds crazy to somebody who says, well, how can you love somebody you don't know? I don't know. Love is free 99. Like, I don't know how to explain this to somebody who can't open their heart to people without expecting something to get back from it, okay? Like, people who think that way will understand what I'm saying. But if you're somebody who cannot open your heart because you expect something back, then I don't know. I guess maybe, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? But for some of you guys that resonate with this message, when it comes to romance and connection, you do not have to be connected with somebody to love them. Like, you can love somebody, and I know love is a very strong word, but you can say to someone, I love you, and it doesn't mean that, you know, in a romantic sense. It means like, I love you for you. I love your energy for who you are. I love that you show up for yourself. I love that you're you, okay? Like, when you think of the words, I love you, right? It doesn't only necessarily mean that that person may love you to death, but they just love the fact that you are who you are, and, you know, you're showing up of who the universe made you to be, right? And love is also a high frequency and a high vibration, right? I mean, it may not be the highest, but it's still up there. Okay. So even when it comes to like how you love on yourself and how you show up for yourself, remember that energy always reflects back on us. So if you're mean to yourself, okay, and I mean mean, I mean like you're talking down on yourself all the time, you're bullying yourself all the time, okay? Like there's nobody bullying anybody but you, okay? You're going to see that energy, right? And even if you are kind to yourself, guess what? You're still going to attract people that you don't want to attract, but also that's where boundaries and discernment come into play as well. So again, you guys are, you know, being able to attract romance and connections when it comes to friendships and unions, people who are compassionate, okay? So you guys could be expecting a miracle when it comes to that. Take what resonates. Yeah, it says intuitive downloads. So intuition and downloads are very significant. Some of you guys are getting intuitive downloads when it comes to like new romantic connections or connections in general, okay? Or people that are just like flooding or coming into your energy. That is also confirmation, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have some of you guys could have took a step back, okay, when it comes to, you know, certain situations. Like I said, connections and romance is very significant. And for some of you guys, when it comes to your power and unions and things like that, you guys could have took a step back from people, places, and things. Again, forgiveness and understanding. Some of you guys took a step back because you understood a situation and forgave it for what it was, and also trusting in the universe is significant, and self-acceptance, okay? And then blessing and abundance. So because you guys took a step back from certain things, whether this is people, places, and things, or maybe you stopped doing certain things, right? This energy is showing up that you guys are following your intuition and you guys are receiving downloads, okay? Now, I didn't use any charms in most of my videos, but I feel called to for this one. Before I end the video, because I didn't get to use a lot of charms in my other videos, so I'm going to see what shows up here, okay? Yeah, so we have heart energy, okay? So matters of the heart, when it comes to love, when it comes to vibrancy, frequency, things like that. Keys are very significant when it comes to unlocking things, right? Excuse me, guys. So there's something about unlocking new opportunities, unlocking your heart, okay, could be very significant. But again, when it comes to unlocking, you know, opening up new opportunities of, you know, new doors or new blessings and things like that, you guys are getting intuitive downloads as well, okay? But take what resonates with that. Flowers are very significant. So again, spring could be very significant, right? Spring may resonate for some of you guys when it comes to renewal, growth, and abundance. Okay, the color green also. But again, the color white when it comes to resets, okay? Divine source, reset, spiritual resets. Okay, again, when spring shows up, this talks about being in a reset, right? So that could be confirmation for some of you. We also have foxes, okay? I don't know who resonates with this, but fox and coyotes could be very significant. You ever heard of like the saying, like, you know, sly like a fox? Your energy could be very like, you know how like, you know, wet like water, slippery, okay? Like it's almost like you guys could be slipping between someone's fingers or between their hands. It's like a fox or like a coyote, something about being sly, but then not in a negative way, but in a way of, it's almost like you can predict something. So it's like your intuitive knowing is telling you to, you know, use your instinct. So moon energy is also significant, okay? We have here initials K. We have here initials H, okay? I don't know why, if you reverse these two, Hong Kong could be very significant. But anyways, initials K, H, and also C and Q are very significant. We have Aries energy, which talks about being bold, okay, and taking, you know, direct action. Okay, with Mars energy, we have Capricorn here when it comes to hard work, persistence, and business. Libra energy talks about balance as well, and also integrating, you know, when it comes to like Libra and Taurus, Venus energy. Love is also significant, but when it comes to receiving justice or balance, you know, in a situation, that could be very significant too. And then we also have Sagittarius energy when it comes to taking action and also being open to new adventures. So change could also be very significant when it comes to you guys embracing these new beginnings and things like that, okay? But I'm going to end it here. All right, the time is now 11:33 a.m. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for the love and the support. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube. All right, guys. And again, thank you for those who support, who share, who just understand my way of thinking and, you know, my personality. I always say this in my videos that I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and I'm not going to be, you know, everybody's favorite reader, and I get that. I'm just here to just be a vessel. All right, y'all. Like, I'm just here to be a vessel. What you see is what you get. Even when I'm at my regular jobs, in my past jobs, I was always the same way. It's like, I'm just showing up. Okay, I'm not expecting no praises. I'm showing up. And that is what I want you guys to be, in that mind frame, that even if other people don't celebrate you, celebrate yourself. And I'm saying this from my own experiences as well. It's like, celebrate yourself, always be number one in your eyes, right? And that's the thing too. It's like, if I can celebrate myself, this is why it's easy for me to celebrate other people as well. And that could be confirmation for some of you. Like, you guys could have been in the wrong spaces. Okay, it's like, if you guys were celebrating other people, but then when it was your time to shine and there was a lot of hateration in this dancery, right, then yeah, you guys were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now it's time for you to go, you know, be around people, you know, people, places, and things that are, you know, compassionate and, you know, like, they reason with you guys, like, they understand you guys, right? And like I said, unfortunately, not everybody thinks, you know, emotionally, or they may not have the capacity to think, you know, like, when it comes to emotional intelligence and being intelligent, a lot of people may think that you have to go to like a lot of school to get that, and you don't have to. Like, emotional intelligence or just being intelligent could just be you learning from your mistakes, okay, gaining wisdom and knowledge from other people. Okay, things of that matter. Like, you guys see me, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. I stutter sometimes. I trip over I trip over my words sometimes. I don't even know how to say certain words, and I still post the video because I'm like, look, if you want to make fun of me because I can't pronunciate certain things, that's fine. As you're still getting the message though. Let me stop. And that's the thing with me too. Like, I don't take life seriously, right? I mean, I do, but I don't. So even if I'm going through the worst of the worst, like I said, I will try to find the silver lining in what I'm going through. And that is why I'm showing up in this energy for you guys, where it's like, guys, life will whoop your butt. Okay, but learning to be positive, learning to be abundant, and being okay and trusting is, you know, maybe that's a muscle that some people are trying to learn at this time. I feel like certain people who have certain placements in their chart, it's very easy for some of us to just go with the flow, even though you have your moments where you're just like, well, I don't know when that $20 is going to come in, but sure, let's just spend this today. And not everybody may resonate with that. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to the energy, doing what you feel is right for you, doing what makes you happy, you know, is very significant. Going with the flow and understanding that the universe is always, you know, having your back and things like that is also confirmation. But not having fear as well is very significant. Shoot. If you guys want a perfect example, look at me. I show up every day and I have no idea how the hell this is going to work. Like, I have no idea what this is going to turn into. All I know is I show up every day, and if it becomes successful, I'm happy with that. And, you know, it is what it is, right? It's just being able to go with flow. So some of you guys could be learning that and understanding that not everything has to be controlled. Sometimes you just have to do things and just see how it plays out. And that's the lesson too. Okay, guys. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe this might resonate for somebody, but like I said, I go with the flow. I have an Aries moon, so certain things for me just they resonate differently. And so that could be something that you guys are learning to do as well. But again, when it comes to being impulsive and things like that, like I'm not going to tell you guys to do things impulsively. I will always tell you guys to have a game plan no matter what. Okay? So yeah, think smart, not harder. Okay, but I love you guys so much. Thank you guys again for, you know, the love and the support, and, you know, just showing up. You guys showing up for yourselves every day is all that matters, right? And, you know, doing what makes you happy is all that matters, right? But yeah, you know, I'll see you guys next time. I love you guys so much. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube, and my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. All right, guys, happy Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.